Fertility awareness-based methods. God wants couples to be generous in having children. Large families are spiritually rich. After all, children are the only things we can take with us to heaven. But for good and just reasons, the Catholic Church does allow married couples to use fertility awareness-based methods to postpone having children. This is also called natural family planning, or NFP. It's best to discern these reasons with the help of a holy priest. Some reasons might be maybe one or both of the spouses is sick with physical or mental health problems, or perhaps there are financial difficulties. But NFP isn't meant to be used for trivial or selfish reasons. NFP isn't simply a natural version of contraception. Instead, it's a true method of family planning that is used only after prayer and discernment about God's will for that family. There are many variations of NFP methods, but they are all based on some combination of a woman's sensations, assessment of cervical mucus, and a determination of the time of ovulation. Generally speaking, men are always fertile. Women are fertile for approximately 6 to 8 days in each of their menstrual cycles. Fertility awareness-based methods of NFP are based upon determining those fertile days and abstaining during those days. In order to identify fertile days, observations of increased basal body temperature at the time of ovulation and hormone levels, which can predict and confirm the day of ovulation, can be assessed by computerized assistance. The perfect use of these methods can be up to 99% effective. The best independent research available indicates typical use effectiveness rates of 86 to 98%. This is based on a FACTS article, F-A-C-T-S. However, the studies by the Creighton and Billings organizations indicate that when used by a devoted and committed married man and woman, they are 98 to 99% effective. The Church proposes chastity, and depending on your state of life, that looks like this: complete abstinence until marriage, and once married, using a method for preserving the unitive and procreative purposes of marriage. Married couples can enjoy and respect their relationships and also be open to life through the use of NFP, which is highly effective, respectful of the human person, respectful of church teaching, and great for relationships. Natural family planning is a very scientific method of fertility awareness that helps couples understand the female body's cycles of fertility and infertility. A couple who has learned this can then use that information responsibly, deciding either to avoid pregnancy by abstaining from sexual activity during the fertile time for good reason, or to achieve pregnancy by engaging in marital relations when fertile. When couples learn NFP, they are taught basic male and female fertility to know when they are fertile or infertile. They're taught to observe fertility biomarkers or signs in a woman's body, to daily record these signs on a chart. They learn rules to use to achieve or avoid pregnancy and when to abstain from or engage in marital relations, depending on their family planning intentions that cycle. NFP may have the same ends or results as birth control, i.e., the limiting of family size. However, with NFP use, no action is taken to withhold, suppress, alter, or destroy either spouse's reproductive function, so it is never a contraceptive. In abstaining from marital relations during the possible fertile times, because the couples have just and prudent reasons to do so, certain benefits or virtues can be experienced by a couple. These same benefits are also experienced by engaged couples who abstain before marriage. Better communication. Couples must talk openly about their sexual needs and desires, readiness for a child. Discussion and decisions in these areas foster communication in other areas. Enhanced intimacy. Couples learn to express love and affection in non-genital ways during fertile times, thus fostering intimacy if intercourse is not available. Acquisition of self-mastery. Both husband and wife grow in self-mastery as they learn to control their sexual desires for the good of the other. They make a choice to freely give to and receive each other in their lovemaking. They find out that if one can't say no, what does their yes really mean? We are not merely subject to our feelings and desires. Mutual respect. Men learn to appreciate the woman's beautifully complex reproductive system and her potential to bear his children. She is more than an object of his pleasure and gratification. Women experience greater trust in their husbands and their ability to master sexual desires. The restraint on the part of both man and woman is a testimony of mutual love and commitment to shared goals. Continued enthusiasm. This fosters the courtship honeymoon scenario through a time of longing and a time of fulfillment each cycle. Lower divorce rates. In the many studies associated with various methods of NFP, divorce rates are below 4%.